guys, it's Bella and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be filming my plan with me for the week of January the 23rd to Sunday the 29th. And I'm going to be using this kit from Press, which is called Cabana. And I have already added the foil overlays onto most of the things. So I do have the 15mm washi, and I kind of messed this up, but it's fine. And I chose the summertime foil bundle in gold. These were the extra girls that came with the kit, and then this is the kit itself. So I have already added the overlays onto the boxes. We've got the sort of deco and like layering page, the headers, which I was kind of dumb about this, but first time using a foil bundle and I didn't realize like there's basically enough headers to do like color blocked, you know, like 6, 6, 6, and then 3. But I kind of just put all the foil on this one. So I did decide to just use the like extra decorative ones for the green for the sidebar. So you'll see sort of what I do when I do the spread. But yeah, labels page, headers and boxes, pattern boxes, the functional page, and then the bottom washi page with the extra box. And I did also add the other half of the 15mm to this, which I will cut up once I film this, like get into the planning. But yes. And then I do have some of the foil bundle left over. So like there was this page that has like some extra boxes. So if I decide to pull in an extra box in the sidebar, I can just pop this on top. We also have the date dots and things. I don't know if I'll use these or just the ones that come in the kit. Some little extra foil deco to put at the top. Hole protectors, which I don't have rings, so that's fine. And then the scripts and icons, which I'm going to pull these in to the spread as well. And then this was just the overlay sheet that I used. So yeah, I'm trying something different with the overlays by doing them like before I film. So then that way the base doesn't take me like an hour, because I don't know, I feel like I won't have enough to talk about in the voiceover. So yeah, so I'm just going to get started on the base and then I will zoom in and whatnot. But yeah. So starting off with the base, I think here I was just trying to work out what I was doing, and then I had to trim the bottom washi that came in the kit, which the bottom washi sheet in the kit does have like crop lines on it on the sides, so that made it helpful. I probably should have like trimmed it before I put the overlays, because I did put the overlay like a little too high, but that is my mistake, because I'm still very new when it comes to overlays, and I was just trying to be like one step ahead by putting the overlays before doing the spread, because otherwise it takes me like way too long. But yeah, so I'm just putting the bottom washi, and then I will go into like the 4 boxes and things like that. But yeah, I did decide to color block this spread as well, because I really love color blocking with Press kits. I've done it a few times in the past and I've always really liked how it turned out. So yes, and of course my fan has to start, my computer fan has to start working, so this is going to be fun to edit in the background. But yeah, I guess this week wasn't really that eventful. I worked late most of the week, which I normally don't do the late shifts. I normally do like early shifts. So it was very draining. I am not used to working late. Like when I first started my job, when I was like still casual, I think I was always on a late shift. Like I used to work in the tool shop late, and then like at the front late, because I do work in a hardware store. But yeah, but then like I started working a lot more early shifts, so I've gotten used to like getting up early for work, being done by like, you know, midday, sort of like early afternoon. So working late just kind of takes a toll on me, honestly. And doing it 4 days in a week was definitely not something that I wanted to do, but I had to do it. And yeah, I don't know, to be fair, Monday technically I was supposed to do like an early shift, but I swapped with someone because she wasn't able to do the late shift, so there was that. But yeah, I spent most of the week also editing my Black Friday haul, which then ended up going up at the end of the week that I am planning for, which that haul took a lot to edit, like, because it was like I had to edit the clips themselves, and then I personally like to add like the shop names and like the discounts and like the original price for each item and stuff like that. So that's like something extra that I like to do, and it just takes up time, but I did really like how it turned out. And I actually need to do the same thing for my next haul, which is like my December and January items, because I am getting my US box sent to me, so that should hopefully come like I think sometime next week, I think. So yeah, so that haul should probably go up like in a couple of weeks or so. Like if not next week, then like the week after, just depending on how long it takes me to edit. But yeah, yeah, this week was pretty like uneventful as such. Like I just ran a few errands and like worked and that kind of thing. So it wasn't like too exciting of a week. There was a few exciting things that did happen, which I will get to when I go through the day by day. But like ultimately, it wasn't like anything super exciting, shall we say. So yeah, so here I'm just finishing off my sidebar. And then I think I added some deco because I needed to fill up that space. And then here I'm just doing the date cover section, and then I did also add some more deco at the top. I can't remember if I added the foil deco while I was doing this or if I did that at the end of the spread. But yes, I'm just trying to like put all the big pieces first because pretty much most of the deco that came in this kit was quite large. So yeah, I'm just trying to put all the big pieces, and then I did pull in like little foil deco from the like bundle, which I probably could have done that again a little bit better, but first time trying it. I did film this before I filmed my birthday spread, and I did something similar in my birthday spread, but I did have a few more like deco elements to use, so I didn't need as many of like the foil pieces, if that makes sense. But yeah, and I did also decide to use the date covers from the foil bundle instead of the ones in the kit, just to pull in all the foil, which I feel like my camera just did not do the foil justice. I think I've mentioned this a billion times. I'm hoping to get a new camera. If you have any camera recommendations, do leave them down below. I have a few like ideas based on what I've seen other people use, but if you have any particular camera recommendations, do let me know. I'm also going to get a microphone so that you won't have to hear my fan whirring in the background, because my computer sounds like an airplane about to take off whenever I do anything involved with editing. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, so I do try to fix it in like post-production. Like I try to remove all the background noise and stuff, but it does make the voiceovers a little echoey, so apologies for that if you've noticed that in my videos. But yeah, so I think I'm just finishing this off, and now we're into the day by day. So starting off on Monday, what am I doing? Trying to find stickers, I think I was just trying to work out which labels I wanted to use because like I said, I was color blocking. So first I marked in that Uranus went direct, just a fun little astrology tidbit. I think I've mentioned this in a few videos, but I have made these like astrology stickers for myself. So they have like moon phases, planet transits, like the different seasons. So like I'll have one for like, in the previous spread I had Aquarius season starts and such. So yeah, those are just sort of fun little tidbits. Originally I did make it for like the moon phases, but I had too much space left on the sheets. So that's why I added in like extra scripts and stuff. But yeah, so I made those for myself. Then I marked in that I did the thumbnail for my Black Friday haul, which when I do like hauls as such, I make like a collage. I think it's called Funky Collage or something. I don't know. It's like you just Google like collage maker. So I just make a collage like that, and then I sort of like fix it on Pixlr, and then I do my thumbnails on Photoshop. I think I was at one point doing my thumbnails on Canva, but I feel like it's a little limited with what you can do with it, especially if like you have to resize the images and all that kind of stuff. So I just personally switched back to Photoshop, and I just have like a Photoshop file for that. Then I washed my hair. I went to work, so I worked late, which thankfully it wasn't like a full close because I finished at 8 and we closed at 9. So it was like almost a close, but not really. Then I uploaded a plan of me. So I believe this was the Cynthia plan of me, which was like the music festival that I went to. No, actually, no, it wasn't that. It was my New Year's spread. I was like, what did I upload? Yeah, my New Year's spread. And then I had a YouTube binge. So the foil icon and the work script are from the kit. The wash hair is from Fox and Cactus. The upload is from Happy Sticker Designs. The film clapper is from belleplannerco, and then the YouTube binge is from Beautiful Planning. Then on Tuesday, I had a lazy morning, as always on my Tuesdays, because my Tuesdays I always work late, so like that wasn't anything different for the week.
So I just had my typical lazy morning. I had brought the bins in. I edited my haul, which I think, like I said, I was just sort of like adding extra details to the haul as such. Then I marked in work. Then when I came back from work, I had a TikTok binge, and then I just slept really badly. Like, again, sometimes I just, especially when I work late, like I can't unwind, and probably watching TikTok before going to bed is not the best idea either. But even without that, like sometimes I will be tired and I still can't sleep. So yeah, I think it was just like one of those nights. So the slippers are from Kylie Plans. The bin was from 𝚑𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚙𝚜. The phone was from Very Cute Designs, and then the like can't sleep sticker was from Marshmallow Studio. And then the foiled icons and things were from the kit. Because I was really actually excited to use like the work scripts and stuff from this kit, because I didn't have my work scripts that I made myself ready when I filmed this. Because like I said, I filmed my Lunar New Year spread, then this spread, then my birthday week spread. So I kind of like filmed everything sort of like out of order. But yeah, so I used the like work scripts from the kit. And then because I used all the deco at the top, I pulled in the little hole protectors as just like something to layer under, which actually I think looks really nice. You can't really tell like on the video, but like in person it looks really nice. So then on Wednesday I marked in my iCloud bill, and originally I had like pulled in like Bilju stickers to use, but they just didn't match the colors. So I was like, to stick with the color blocking, I made my own little Bilju stickers. So I marked in my iCloud bill. Then I had a waxing appointment, so that wax pot is from Kylie Plans. I was just editing my haul again. I did a grocery run. It was payday. We went for a walk because we were supposed to go to Pilates, but Mum got home and she was just like exhausted and didn't feel like going. And I kind of wasn't in the mood either because I was pretty tired. So we just went for a walk instead. And then I was watching Gossip Girl because I don't know, for some reason I have just been like watching like old shows. So like I was watching season 2 of Gossip Girl. And then this past sort of like week or so, I've been rewatching like season 1 of Glee. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. But yeah, so the computer sticker, it was from Paper K. The payday icon was from What's More With Love. The shoes were from the GP Studio, and then the rest was from the foil bundle. So yeah. So then moving on to Thursday, first thing I marked in was that it was Australia Day, which I only really mark it in my planner just because it is technically a public holiday, but I don't celebrate it or anything. And it was very interesting to see the discussion of Australia Day this year compared to previous years, because we are having like the Voice to Parliament referendum this year. So it's very interesting to see like how the perspective on Australia Day has changed like over the past few years. And I definitely saw like a lot more about, I guess, like the Indigenous perspective of like what Australia Day really is, and you know, the history of it, shall we say. But yeah, and like there was definitely more like rallies and things, and just I don't know, yeah, the perspective has definitely changed compared to like what it was in previous years, where you know you would see like everyone would go to the fireworks, and you'd see like the you know, people draped in flags and things like that. I don't know, like there was like, definitely less like nationalism this year, which was definitely interesting to see. But yeah, had a driving lesson. I edited my haul, I believe. I think was what I was editing. I napped. I filmed a plan with me, which was the like first full week in January plan with me, which was the like Simply Watercolor Co kit. And then I watched The Menu with my mum, which was really good. I think we had seen like the trailers when the movie was like in cinemas, like the previews and stuff. And we were both kind of like, ooh, this looks scary. Like we're not going to watch it. Then we ended up watching it, I think it was on Disney Plus. And it's actually not that scary. It's kind of funny actually, but it was a really good movie. So definitely really enjoyed that. So the laptop was from Purple Wedding Prince. The nap sticker was from Fox and Pip. The filming and movie sticker are both from Once More With Love. The forward icon is from the kit, and then the script I made myself. It's like on a like holidays, I'm going to put in quotations, sheet. But yes. Anyways, so then on to Friday, I had a lazy morning, and then we did something different. We went to like the bottle recycling place, because basically we have this recycling initiative that like for most bottles and cans you get 10 cents if you take them to like a particular recycling depot kind of thing. So we did that. that day, which this was the first time I ever went, which was actually really fun. So I used the like Primrose Recycling Girl. Then I went to work. I also marked in that TXT had their comeback, which TXT is a K-pop group. And then that day was also the beginning of the PBC sale, which I ended up buying something towards the end of the week. I only ordered from one shop during the sale. I had intended on buying from more, but it just didn't end up that way. So the slippers are from Marshmallow Studio. The Primrose Girl is from Tickle Pink Planning. The Podcast Girl is from Fox and Cactus, and then the rest of the stickers were from the foil bundle. Then on Saturday, I marked in my Office 365 bill. So again, sort of marking that the same way that I marked iCloud by making my own little bill due with the credit card icons from the kit. We went to Pilates that morning, which this class was really interesting because it was almost like a circuit class with jump board, which was quite fun. So like more cardio based, but definitely really fun. I washed my hair, and then that day was the Triple J Hottest 100, which I didn't actually listen to this year. Like I think last year they actually had it on at work, like upstairs, but I think a lot of people that like were interested in that actually had the day off. So no one actually had it on, but I did sort of like keep track with it like a little bit. And I feel like none of the songs that I voted for were in the top 100, but it was fine. Then I went to work, and then I was feeling very moody. Honestly, I think work that day was like kind of horrible. Like I feel like we had all the shitty customers, but when do we not on a Saturday, honestly? And then at the end of the day, after work, I was on my phone and I started doing like those nonogram things. It's like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a puzzle. And it's like you have to do like certain colors in each row, and there's like certain numbers. It's really hard to explain. But I remember I used to play them like ages ago online, but I downloaded like an app that you can play. And it has like the daily challenges and everything. So I did that. Then on Sunday, I had a lazy morning. I had to pay for driving, so I just paid for another 5 lessons, just to sort of see how we go. I still haven't booked my test, and I'm kind of like very nervous to book my test because I don't want to fail again. But anyways, then we did a grocery run. I ordered some stickers, so I ordered from Tickle Pink Planning because she was part of the PPC sale, which I actually received that order just recently, which is very exciting. And then we booked Pilates for the week. And then I think at the end of the day, I uploaded my Black Friday haul. So that was very exciting. So yeah, the slippers were from Carly Plans, the money icon from 𝚑𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚡, the grocery sticker from Once More With Love, and I think the other two I had mentioned at the beginning of the spread. And then for, oh my God, I want to say Thursday. Saturday, the only sticker that I didn't mention, I think, was the Moody Girl, which was from Planet Beautiful, and then the little phone icon, which is from Untitled Chapter. So yeah, and then here I put in the weekend banner, although you can't really see what I'm doing, but I was so happy with how this turned out. So basically I layered both weekend banners, so the one from the kit and the one from the foil bundle, and it looks so cool. Like I don't know how to explain it, it just looks so cool. And then I think I ended up filling in my sidebar, so I did my habits. As always, I'm tracking Duolingo and skincare. I might switch this up, because technically in my digital planner, I track Duolingo, reading, flossing, and skincare, but I never read or floss that much, which is really bad. I need to work on that. And then I just marked in my dinners. And then for my highlight of the week, I put the bottle recycling, because I just thought that was really fun. Like something that I haven't done before, and something that we need to do more. So like we are collecting the plastic bottles and stuff that we use to take next time. So yeah, that's pretty much the spread, and I will talk to you in the outro.
Alright, so here is the finished spread, and I actually really like how this turned out. I was really happy with my choice to do color blocking, and I think my little mess up with the overlays over the headers worked out well, because I was able to pull the green into the sidebar, and then I did just pull in those extra headers as like washi strips as such, just because I needed to take up some space at the bottom, because I did sort of pull my sidebar down because I wanted to space the two like scenes. So I did the like cabana scene there, and then the like poolside scene here, which I really love how this turned out. I did also try to pull in some of the foil, so I used the foil work scripts, and because I had used all the deco and all the little foil elements, I just put in the little like hole protectors, which I think actually looks okay. Like it kind of also works with the theme of the kit because it's like the pool rings. But yeah, and then I did my deco at the top, and I added the foil. I probably could have fit in like a few more deco pieces on this side, but it's fine. I do really like how it turned out. So yeah, I'll show you what I have left from the foil bundle first, and then I will go into the kit. So I do have some scripts and icons, which I will keep these in probably in my reusable sticker book for when I do want to pull in some foil. Gold is a pretty easy color to pull in, so that's really nice. I can pull it into kits that are already foiled, or if I decide to use a kit with gold overlays and I just get like plain overlays and not a foil bundle, I have some icons and things that I can use. And like there's plenty that I would normally use in a normal week, like Happy Mail, Netflix binge, planning sesh, like all that kind of thing. But yeah, and then like a ton of icons that I would normally use here as well, like the film clapper, all that kind of thing. I just wanted to use stickers that were also in my collection as well as some of the foiled ones. So that's why like I didn't use them for every single thing, but yeah. Then this is an empty page, and then this page just has the rest of the date covers, the foil page protectors, and then a couple of extra like deco headers, which I decided to not use the suns just because they were kind of all in the like main overlays. So I wanted to use like the fun ones on the side, like the sunglasses, the palm tree, and then the little bikini top. So yes, and then I do just have this extra page just with extra boxes and a toolbox. Because a lot of people do like to use all the boxes that come in the kit. I sort of just stick with the 8 unless I can fit an extra into the sidebar. But the way that I've been doing my sidebar this year, I haven't really been able to. Last year when I had used this planner, I wasn't using habit trackers, I believe. So I was only using the weekly sidebar. So I had space for an extra $4 down here. But yeah. So that is the foil bundle, what I have left. Then from the kit itself, which I think I forgot to mention in the intro, but this is the essentials format. So I do have the extra fashion curls. I just decided not to use them in this kit. I just didn't really feel like they were needed. And also this like box with the hand, I feel like was enough. And then the dog was kind of like the main focus. So yeah, I don't know, didn't really vibe with the fashion curl. Like normally I'm okay with them, but this one I just think didn't fit with the theme of the kit that I was sort of like envisioning in my head. Because this is sort of like a different, like this is almost as if like this character is here. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, then I just have this page with one piece of deco, which I don't know, maybe if I can fit it in somewhere, I might try and fit it in. A couple of these layering boxes, which I did pull in where I could. I did a couple on this side of the page. 2 half boxes, and yeah. Then, piece of my hair, okay. Then we have the patterned boxes, so I do have quite a few left, but that is fine. It is what it is. I tried to use as many as I could. And then the plain labels, which I will probably decant this into my reusable sticker book. I do have one just for like functional leftovers, like boxes, labels, headers, that kind of thing, which does come in handy when there are kits that I maybe run out of boxes or yeah, that kind of thing. So these are also really easy colors to use. Like these pinks are really common, and even this green is like a pretty easy green. It's not like a super like dark or muted or like, you know what I mean? Like it's a very like nice green that could probably go with some other spreads. And then I do also have the sidebar headers. I had originally intended on using the dinner plans, at least that one, and then maybe this week or whatever. But yeah, I probably could have fit them in, but it's fine. It is what it is. And then this page I really didn't use. Because I used a lot of icons that are in my collection as well as some of the forward ones, I do have a ton of these left, but again, I will put these in my reusable sticker book and I will definitely make use of them. Same with the movie marquee. I personally prefer to use like work scripts and like a half box just because my work day is pretty much most of my day. So I don't know what I will do with these work labels because I was using them in my monthlies in the past, but I haven't been doing that as of recently, so I'm not quite sure. And then again, the rest of these sort of functionals will go into my functional sticker book. And same with this page. So I just have a few labels here, one glitter header and one box. And then this page just has the date covers, which again, I don't know if I'll like cut them out and save them or if I'll stick them in a reusable sticker book for when I need date covers. Extra little label here, extra full box, and then the rest of the bottom washi. And then from the 15mm strip, I did use the entire thing. So I used the 15mm strip and the little box for my weekly highlight, which my highlight of the week was actually going to do recycling. Funnily enough, we went to like a bottle recycling facility, which this is my first time going, and it's one of those ones where like you put the bottles in the machine and you get like 10 cents for every bottle. But yeah, it was actually really fun, and we are slowly collecting some more bottles from the household to then recycle once the bag gets full. So really exciting. That was, yeah, like my highlight for the week, and that was my spread. Hopefully you can see the foil, and hopefully when I take pictures I can make the foil look really nice. I do also really love what I did here with the weekend banner, because you just have the weekend banner in the kit and then like a foiled version in the bundle. So I like try to overlay it so that it kind of looks really cool. But yeah, hopefully the lighting wasn't too bad. I know it was a bit dark in the sort of like base intro portion, and then the sun came back. But yeah, that is it for this spread. And I will see you in my next video. As always, all the shops and things will be listed down below, along with any coupon codes or referral links. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.